Login details. Alright. So, what have we got here? Okay. Doing some testing stuff. We love testing. Hello, everyone. Alright, so what have we got? Cool. Alright. I think that's working. We love testing things. Alright. Cool. Cool. Awesome. And let's do that. Magical. We love magic. Okie dokie. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Okay. Sorted. Cool. Alright, we're doing a short, sharp, quick one today. Why? Because I can. I also want to test like a little cat thing. Meowster. We love cats, so I decided to get a digital one. But also, I want to see if I get like a joinery thing too. And see how that goes. There we go. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. Alright, so we got you, we got you. And I just want to do a little bit of a testing thing on stuff and things, you know. Super fun. I've just updated software, so we'll see how that goes. There we go. Am I good? Nope. Yep. Cool. Is it liking me? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Good old Twitcher, you are all good. And then the YouTube. Cool. The YouTube and the Twitcher are all G. Frame rate. Where are you at? Not too bad. That's okay. Cool. Cool. Wonderful. Alright, 3-star. Little birdo. Where are we going, Flappy Bird? Hello, Gruel. I've got the grin. I forgot about that. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Aim for the head. There we go. Alright, 3-star. Here we go. Cool. We love the 3-star. Ooh, let's just have a quick look.
Yawns loudly. Wow, you've really bored me to sleep. Maybe try telling more puns, niece. Lol.
Right, well, you can go up there and be quiet, cat. For now. Alright, so he's gone to sleep. That's alright. There we go. And then I would like you to be somewhere else. There we go. Cool. Alright, there you go, cat. Enjoy your sleep. Little Twitch cat. Digital pets. God, who knew? We love digital pads. There's that guy, and where's that one? Yep. Yep. Awesome. There we go. Alright, so we've got a bit of droppage in frame rates. It's only 5%. That's not too bad. 5%. Hope everyone's having a good morning, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. It's my morning. I got coffee time, so I thought I'd jump in, do an hour stream, see if I can get some joineries. Hopefully I get the blessed ones. And more of the blessed by more. Come on, buddy. Just gonna shove the other one a stick up your nose. There we go. Alright. You just creeping around here? Okay. Cool.
Synod's finest grew seekers.
Alright, what do we got? Oh, we got paperwork.
I suggest
Okay.
you meet them, lest you lose your ranks.
We love the paperwork.
Lives. Envoy, you
Sluggers. Jeez, okay. You really don't like arcanic damage. That's fine. Where'd that baggie come from? Who cares? Alright, we'll go to the sprout sale, I think. Because that is far more effective in obtaining what we need. Sweet. And then I just want to double check something too. Okay. Wonderful. Awesome. Alright, little buddy. Where are you hanging out? There you are. Wait. Nope. That's a giant tree. What are you selling? Drax for premium currency again, I see? You gotta get some cold and flu, avocado. Come on. Alright. We've got the banneret. Ooh, and we've got the chest. So, while my birds are pecking you to death, I'm gonna pick up a Rose's bodkin. There we go. Yo, okay. Dude, that headshot, nice. Excellent. Is that it? Oh wait, that wasn't the banneret. Damn it! Here you are. There we go. There we go. At least that aims towards the right person. Oh god. Come, Estella. You sneaky bastard. There we go. Nope. Nope. Yeah. No. Hey, none of your lightning BS.
Well done, Envoy.
Okay.
Your triumphs lighten this leaden shade.
Indeed they do, Lady D. Indeed they do. Excellent. And what have we got? We got a couple of different things. We didn't get any of the joineries though. Oh, but we got the grin. Worthwhile. Excuse me. Tantrum mining. I want your arrow, please. Alright. That's done. I will go do the Mannequin King. Mannequin King. Hello, townspeople. Hello, hail child of what? I'm cool with that. Ah, the giant concrete slab. We do love you. Oh. Where did I put that? There we go. Soulframe, da-na-na-na-na. Yep. Alright, there's that, and then Great. And we've got a whole bunch of stuff. We love that. Excellent. Okie dokie. Cool. Alright, meow meow. How you going? Being a meow? We love a good meow. 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 Mannequin King. Oh, I probably should do health. Oh, that's the initiate. Hey, dude.
You're in the Banneret sector, envoy.
Yes.
Will I wager my Drax on you?
Alright, we got chests, and we've got enemies. Good. Excuse me. Nope. 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 Now, you're a level 30. Do you drop the Odiac? How are you a level 30? That's pretty good damage, I've got to admit that. Thank you very much for your patronage and your soul. Okay. Thank you again. Pleasure doing a transaction with you. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you very much. Alright, so you're down elixir, and then we've got enemies to take on, and then we'll be fine. Excellent. Hello. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Juniper bow. I could bring the juniper bow. That's actually probably a good call. Sweet. Your blockage is annoying. Thank you very much. Yo. Okay, the smite is working really well with the game now. This is awesome.
The lost this day. A rite of atonement.
Willin. Okie dokie. Alright, I think what I'm going to do for this one, I want to see if the Hand of Mora works a little bit better. Possibly. What am I thinking? Of Zelda. We'll do that. And then we'll do Hand of Mora. With that. And then what's our stat spread? Virtue. So that's courage, range, and that's duration. Maybe I'll just boost that to 10. So 10, 10, and 22. And then... Ooh, yeah. I'll use the raw tines, I think. 92, 84. Actually, I'm going to take that. Bog and Myrtle. Yeah, I will. And then Pricklies. You're a courage based. And then your grace. Your grace and your spirit. So I'm gonna chuck the Skilter on, and then I've got to see if I can get a joinery for the courage, and then switch this out.
I know. More wasted coal.
Oh, Tuvilcane, you really need a hug, my dear. You really do. Alright, so what have we got? We got lifesteal, damage, and then we've got that. Weapon charge rate. That could probably work very well. And that's just flat damage. So let's do this. I chose the joinery. Is that not enough? Oh. I can't reforge you. How come? Am I missing something?
Made, but
Joinery.
too soon.
That's damage, so you can do the damage reforge. But it won't let you add this joinery. What? Interesting. So the Quicksilver Tempered I can't use. What about Quicksilver Rusted? I can use that. But I can't use the Quicksilver Tempered. Okay. Interesting. So that joinery I cannot use. Unfortunate. Quicksilver damage plus 5. But then I can do the plus 14 with the lifesteal. So weapon charge rate. I wonder why that's allowed to be selected, but you can't reforge. So everything else works. Okay. Alright, well we'll do the plus 14 with the
All I have said,
Thanon. What are you at? Perfect
Fine.
throw, 24 damage
Be my
plus.
vessel then, envoy. Let us
Okay.
fail together.
You can fail Tuvilcane, but I'm not going to.
Alas, of wretched waste.
Alright, so that's lifesteal. But it's got 24 plus damage for the Gathanin. That's good.
So fairly made, but
Okay,
quenched
okay.
too soon.
So lifesteal plus 14 damage. But the throw distance for the Feybolt would be good. For magic. Interesting. So I've got the damage plus 14 plus 2 lifesteal. Consecutive attack damage and then throw distance. But that drops its damage down a bit. Nah, flat damage seems pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna give this a whirl. Bring it on, Mr. Mannequin King. Whoops. Alright, so flame hearts up. And any prawns? No. Okay. Let's see how we go. Okay, the Bog and Metal is definitely a really good courage weapon. Alright, see how much you guys like Hand of Mora then. At present, we'll say. Uh-oh. Nope. Eh. Hide. Run and hide. Alright. Alright, shield, and then that. Alright, give me a soul. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So the flame AoE works pretty well. Awesome. So Hand of Mora is not as bad to use him against the king, so that's good. And then the trees do block all of the projectiles. That's good. Thank you very much for your soul. I appreciate you and your baggie. Thank you very much. Alright. Uh-oh. Nope. Nope. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna block all your bullshit. Okay, cool. Good. Summon all of your friends. Because they're not gonna be very useful for very long. Dude, that smite on the Boggin Myrtle is great. Alright, so there's our AoE. Can I set you on fire though? Oh yeah, you've got the damage ticks. That's dope. This is good. Alright. Nope. Uh-oh. Ah! Run. Ah! That one. That one. Eh. So, are you going to ignite into flame? Yes, you are. Okay, good. Oh, wow. Okay, so they can do projectile stuff? Yo, okay. I'm not watching my health, but that's alright. Wow, okay. There we go. Come on, Flappy Bird, Mach 1 speed here, my friend. We're on a time base here. Can I make it? Can I make it? Come on, little Flappy Bird. There we go. Alright. Shield up. And Ignis Rod. Awesome. Come on. Come back into the flames. That's what they're for. Alright, so that knocks him out. That's good. Sweet. Nope. Ignis Rod. How much damage do you take? Quite a bit. Alright, so you're getting cheeky. Nope. Ah. Alright. Ha 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 ha. Knock yourself out, bro. Alright. You can summon all of your friends if you want to, but they're not going to help. Shield. Ignis Rod. And boom. Alright, so that's still whoa, what a teleport. Dope. I love that. That's awesome. Oh man, okay, so health regen is not working as well. Hand of Mora, you definitely need a little bit of a look at. But that's okay. Whee! Alright. Hello, mendicant friend. Alright, take all that. You guys get on the fire. You can knock yourselves out. That's great. And I will minimize your magic by doing this. Just stand around in the game. Alright. Alright, so how long does it take for you to burst into flame? Maybe a while. Yo, that projectile's cool. Okay. Alright, so you can knock him down. That's good. No. Okay. Uh-oh. Teleport time. Yo, nice try. Holy. Okay. Alright, if you burn, that's a good thing. Yo. Uh-oh. Alright. Dippity-doo. And teleport time. Okay, cool. Whoa, okay, so he does do a bit of damage. This is dope. Take your chargy stuff and leave. Cool. Interesting. Alright, that teleport is really good. I really want some corrupt magic in the game. I think that would be really good. Alright, there's that teleport time. Okay, I love that teleport. That is such a cool attack. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Ooh, that was close. So you guys don't drop as much stuff anymore. That's a shame. Medicine King. So if you get right into his grill, you're okay. That's good to know. Nope. Nope. And nope. Cool. There we go. Alright, where you at? Ah, they've got invisible bags. Weird, okay. Ah, sneaky bastard. And that was not ideal. Mr. Mannequin King. Alright. Come on, little Flappy Bird. You can go faster. Mach 1 speed. So, are you on fire now? Hopefully. But you only take 1 damage tick per flame.
Here's meow meow everyone. It's me, your favorite feline friend. I'm here to claw some chat with you all. Lol.
Thanks, Pando. Come on. Are you gonna burst into flame or what? Or are you just gonna stand there? That's totally fine. Jeez, okay. So this takes a while to activate. Is it even gonna set him on fire? Okay, so apparently he doesn't burst into flame. Interesting. Come on, bud. Are you gonna burst into flame or no? Because if you're happy to just stand there, that's fine. You do take a ton of damage though. Alright, let's see how that goes. Quicksilver Tempered Joinery. Righto. Bassinet of the Mannequin King? Okay. I really want your sword. Ooh, and I got the suit of rancor. I really want your sword. Okay, so what have we got? Quicksilver, tempered, verite, rusted. Alright. So then there's a 3-star over here. Okay. There's that one. Cool. And cool. Hello! You see the 4 and 5? Which... It's kaiju. Hello. It's just not that noticeable. Oh, you mean like the flame ticks from the Hand of Mora? I was just pulling up the YouTube chat. It decided to disappear on me for a second. But hello. You see the 4 and 5 tick. Yeah. I was just wanting to play around with the Hand of Mora. Just to see how it works, I guess, against the Mannequin King. It's still a weird, funky pact, though. Like, it's good, but there's definitely, I guess, like a synergy issue with it at the moment. Hey, good. Yeah, I thought I'd just jump in and do a little bit of an impromptu, like, pretty short stream. I'll probably do it for like about like another half hour, and then
soon. Don't go anywhere. Lol stretches and curls up for a nap.
I will probably have to jump away for a little bit, but I'll be doing a Soul stream this afternoon. Excuse me. It's good though that the ticks work on the mimics now. Oh, mimics. The mockeries. I always call them mimics. I don't know why. Is there another soul around here? Okay. Cool. But how are you? Are you playing Soulframe as well? Or Warframe? Are you a Warframe player? Warframe is good, but so is Soulframe. It's definitely been fun being part of the, I guess like the pre-alpha Preludes series. It's really good. It's pretty well done considering it's, yeah, not even out of its like prelude state. It's crazy. Alright, what do we got? Alright, Banneret. I'm hoping that this one drops the Blessed Joinery at least. I definitely want one of the Blessed Joineries for the Courage, because there's a few weapons I want to switch away from Grace at the moment. Okay, so the Hand of Mora's Ignis Wrath. That's still very much a horizontal application, but it is mapping more to the world map, or like the world mesh, which is good. And let's see how long. I think it's about 10 seconds this takes to ignite these guys. But yeah, you do see the damage. Yeah, okay, it takes about 10 seconds. That's a little bit slow, if you ask me, but I'm sure that'll be looked at in future. But definitely looking forward to the, I guess, rebranding of the abilities, hopefully, on Hand of Mora. It's a good pact, but it's a bit hard to level. I have to admit that. I was doing a bit of a chat with people like the other week. There's a lot of people talking about Hand of Mora, but the I think the synergy of the abilities is a little bit janky. Like, it makes sense to have the second ability, which I've got active, like the Heart of Fire ability, more in like its first slot, and then putting this one in its third slot. Like, it's a good pact, but I find with the third ability, it's not really something that I use, only because it's a single hit. And you've got to have the enemies on flame, so it's good to see the first, like the passive, like set enemies on fire, but it does take about 10 seconds to ignite. I would hope to see that that gets reduced to at least like a 3 to 5 second application of flame ticks, but we'll see. And I have been wanting to see, like, if some of the virtues apply, like, a faster damage tick. Like, you can see it coming through on this guy. But you can force, like, stare at them, I guess. I don't know if that makes it a thing. So I'll see if I can turn this bitch on fire. Yeah, I can. This one's the one that throws fire. Come on, ignite. I know you want to. Inflammare. Fireball. Fire time. I don't know. Can we activate you faster? Go on fire. Flames. Ignite. There we go. It's the ignite word. Alright, so what have we got? 14, 17. So it stays pretty static on its damage output. So it doesn't necessarily increase its flame ticks, unfortunately. But yeah, that third move is just a one hit, and it doesn't really do all that much, apart from just kind of ragdoll the smaller enemies. But they can block it too, which I find very interesting. There we go. Alright, let's set you on fire again. But, it's Kaiju. I am doing well. How are you? What's happening in your area of the world? Alright. Of course you're healing. You're a mole. Oh, and she heals through your magic too. Wow, she's still healing. She's fully healed up. Wow. Okay. Vertical flame damage. Although she does take a ton of damage though. I switched the Blogger Myrtle to the Courage achievement too. It whips. It's so good. Because I do enjoy the sword and board kind of deal. Alright, so what do we got? Gilded, Tempered, Rusted, Quicksilver. Awesome. We've got an enemy around. Okay. You're up there. Can I get on the roof here? Alright, I'm gonna try. Excellent, there we go. Nice. I would also really like to be able to farm the archers full, like, armor set too. Like the leathers, the helm thing with the little oculus on it. And yeah, I just like the whole design. They look like an evil raven kind of style of enemy. So I just want to do a little bit of a tweak. Tweak, tweak. Alright, so what have we got? That one. Cool. And there we go. Nope. Okay. Yep. Awesome. Cool. We got that. Hello! How you going? Are you in game as well? Would you like to join me for a little joinery jaunt? I'm more than happy to accommodate. I've just updated a few bits and pieces through just like the streaming software stuff that I've been using, and it's working pretty well, to be honest. So I am pleased. I thought I'd just jump in and do a impromptu stream just so I can get some joinery stuff happening. And then I probably will have to jump away, but I will be doing the afternoon stream. Alright, let's see if I can get you on fire. There we go. Alright, so that does take a little while to apply the passive for Hand of Mora. Okay, so that does pretty good damage, more so like... Ooh, Nettle. Lower level enemies definitely take a lot more damage than I thought. Huh. But that's a good thing. But hello. How is your morning or your evening? What time is it there? Like, what area of the world are you guys from? Abdullah, I think we jumped in game the other day, I think, as well. We were doing the leveling of the glade from memory. And we did really good in that, to be honest. Yo. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's good to see you again. I'm pretty good at like recalling people in chat. But I always think of like your game name as well. Although I recognize your like usernames anyway. Surprisingly. I've got like a weird datafied memory in that. Oh, whoa, 3:30 in the morning. You are a very early bird, my friend. I usually get up around 5:30 in the morning, but that's generally when I go for like a morning run or whatever. Just to kind of wake myself up, because I need it. But it's good. 3:30 in the morning. Holy Hannah. Do you find that you sleep better, like, more so, like, through the daytime? Gray, what's going on? How are you?
Silord is most pleased by your efficiency.
Alright, where are we at?
Let us not disappoint.
Ooh, we got a Thunderstone. Okay. Don't tell me that we've got to go up against an Odin Basalcum. Yeah. If you sleep better during the day, like everyone's circadian rhythm is different, hey? Like, I find that I sleep a lot better if I go to bed early at nighttime, and then I wake up, yeah, generally around, like, anywhere from, like, 4:30 to 5 in the morning as well. Oh, Gray, you're melting? Why are you melting? Oh, is it, like, super warm where you are? It's pretty nice here today. I think it's about, like, 20 degrees, I'd say. Hey, Bambi. Bye, Bambi. Alright. There's the Thunderstone. I am curious, though, like, with the Thunderstones, do we, like, can we collect them, and then do they stay with us if we don't choose to use them? Like, can we get a stockpile of them? I mean, I'm probably going to use it against this Odin Basalcum, to be honest. Yeah, okay. It's warm where you are, Gray? Yeah. I'm actually moving soon, in a couple of weeks' time. It's probably going to be a lot cooler where I am at the moment, especially more for summer, which is actually a good thing. I handle the cold a lot better than I do the heat. Oh, you can only have one Thunderstone at a time. Okay. Just going to see if I can sneak. You can sneak up to it. Suck it. Screenshot. Actually, I want to try something. Clip that. Damn it. Hang on. There we go. I have to manually do it. I do have some voice commands set up through the through the streaming software, but sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't, and it's really annoying. And there we go. Did that sound alert come through for you guys on chat as well? The BMO is camera. I'm just trying to test and see if a few of like the sounds are coming through. I think yeah, man. We love Marta. She is one of my favorite enemies at the moment. I can't wait until we get to become friends with her, ride her silly ship all the way up the Dorito ship, I call it. It definitely looks like a giant Dorito. I'm super keen to see it take us to the flying castle eventually. Oh, there was no sound? Okay. I may have to look into that. There we go. So yeah, I've got some sound alerts that I've set up, but I don't think they're coming through for you guys as well. You can't keep the, yeah, you can't keep the Thunderstones. It sucks though. I'm sure that we could stockpile them. Maybe that was previously, but I don't think that you can do that anymore. See, I do find with the Hand of Mora, it doesn't really supplement a lot of, like, health regen as well. Like, even with the smite mechanic, I've been finding that recently. So, I've been playing around with a lot more, but I'm okay with, like, just getting my ass kicked, because I really want to test it a lot more. I'm not too sure what a squit is, but okay. Alright, so when they hit you, you still take damage, so they stay on the fire, so that's good. I wonder how much defense we get though with the second ability, because it doesn't seem to last all that long. Only, like, I've got a crappy amount of ability duration on it though as well, so I am finding with the Hand of Mora, if you don't have a good amount of duration in spirit, it doesn't really stay all that long. But then again, I wonder if duration with the passive of sending these guys on fire and igniting them, I wonder if that would last longer if I put a higher duration on the Pact. I think I'm going to test that and see if it works, because I really don't need, I assume I don't need a lot of courage on the Pact, in all honesty, because they're going to get set on fire anyway. So I think I'm going to switch the duration around and the range potentially for the AoE. What do you guys reckon? Should I do that? Do Kale. Release the Nimrod. I love her. I really do. Don't know why. She just makes me think of like a really angry cat lady. Alright, Nimrod. Where you at, bud? Love this animation. It's my favorite in the game, and it looks even more dope with a freaking lightning bolt coming down. That's awesome. Alright, get you guys out of my way. See ya. Yeah, I think I'm gonna increase the duration for Hand of Mora and see how that goes. Yeah, she's awesome, man. Yeah. I find it hard to not say the lines along with her. She's definitely made an impact. Look at that. Fire application vertically. I wonder if that diversifies the damage output, though, for the Ignis Wrath ability. If it's, like, split setting. Alright, so you've got ticks on you. So that's only doing 1 damage at the moment. So it looks like what's happening is it's still applying the passive, but it's not like ticking up or like doing consecutive ticks. It's just doing like 1 flat damage. I love how he can just push his stuff back into me and I take damage. Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright. So much flame damage, it's good. No. That connect, though, from the Decalic to me is still a little bit janky. It's not too bad, though. So it's leveling weapon, and some weapons says attuned to something, but when I put the 10 points or 20 into the red, arrow stays on the weapon until I put at least 10 points in the same, in something else. When you're applying your base stats in your virtues, just exit out and then get back in. You basically just gotta, it doesn't activate and show everything in real time just yet. I'm sure that that's something that's being looked at. So what you see on screen, just exit out of your inventory or your arsenal area and then go back in, and it should set it up properly for you, and you should see the correct corresponding stats. It doesn't mean that it's not registering the stat spread. It's just not showing in real time, basically. It's a small detail, but I'm sure it'll be looked at as well. Because, yeah, I was doing that the other day. I think there was a few, like, different stat spreads that I'd shifted. Even with, if you're using, say, like, the default, like, loadout, and you switch between loadouts, it's not going to refresh, basically. It just takes a while for the refresh of the abilities to catch up. But if you want to see, like, instant result, just exit out. Confirm everything, and then just go back in. So I'll show you what I mean in a sec. I'll just hopefully not die to these two. Okay, so they can knock you. And the ability still looks like it's able to be cast. I tried using my 2, and then they both hit me. Alright, so that's good to know. Does that do more damage? And technically, are you on fire, and am I doing more damage to you? I really want this dude's armor. I say that every single time. I love when you do the recall, though. Like, you can throw it that way, and then call it back to you, and it still does damage. I love that. That's such a good, like, mechanic, I think. There you go, lightning boy. Alright, so we got the Gilder Rusted. And I do like the fact that you still have the ability to use at least the sword. Okay. Alright, birdie boy. Come on, Speedy Flappy Bird. Oh, you know what would be really cool, though? If we could use Speedy Bird just to invade Marta's ship. That'd be cool. Alright, Grumpelstiltskin. We'll see you later, Marta. I really want the armor. Yes, for Dendria. Are you guys finding that the faction farms are still pretty decent, though? With the, like, leveling time frame? I really want this dude's armor. Ew, his eyes are still open. That's creep. I love that mask. I swear, if we don't get access to this armor, I'm going to be really upset. Like, look at that detail. It'd look really dope on us, wouldn't it? It really would. But I'll jump into the Nightfall, and I'll show you what I mean about the virtues not updating in real time. So, let's have a look. So I'm just using the testing default one at the moment. So, let's have a look. So I've got 10 in spirit, 22 courage, 10 in grace. But say if I switch to like the Siren Pact, it should switch over. Oh, okay, cool, it does. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to correct myself on that one. It looks like it does update in real time. Ish. So I just exited it out and then got back in, and then it updated the stats properly. So let's go over to my default, which was the Hand of Mora. So courage is 22, 9 in the spirit, and then 10 in grace. And then it should refresh. So 10, 10, 22 as well. And then with the weapons as well, say for example, I've got Gathanen. And I need 20 spirit requirement. Let's do that. And then upgrade that to 20. So you can see spirits at 20 at the moment. So that's what we need to use Gathanen. Ah, okay, so that has fixed it. That's good. There you go. It does look like it's been a little bit more fixed up, which is nice to see. And then, yeah. Alright, let's test out the Royal Tines. So I need 20 courage. Alright, so we got 20 in courage. Okay, so it does look like it's in real time now, Abdul, which is nice. And then grey, it's a good pace, I suppose. I just did it too much and now sick of the grind. Yeah, that's understandable. I think breaking down the grind a little bit, or like how much time that you're using for to be in game, I'm really mindful of like burnout as an example. So I definitely find if I work on just doing things bit by bit on like time blocks, rather than spending like a whole entire day gaming wise, I find that helps me keep my engagement within the game, and I get excited to log in. Play it your way. I'm just giving you an example of how I like to operate myself. Let's have a look. This is the Hand of Mora. That's definitely the way that I like to manage my time. Ah, damn it! I do need courage at 20 if I'm using that weapon, but that's alright. So I only need 10 for the Bog and Myrtle. So that one's still a spirit base, so that's good. So I'm going to boost that to 20. And then... actually, you know what? I'm going to go 22 spirit, 10 courage, 10 grace. And I'm still going to utilize this. Wow, look at that damage bump. That's 112 damage per hit. With the Bog and Myrtle, I decided to put the Blessed of Iridus on the Bog and Myrtle for a spirit attunement, and it's a 2-star. That's dope. Cool. And then I switched the Royal Tines to the Courage attunement as well. I think I'm going to change the Rook. Oh wow, that's a spirit attunement now? Or was that always a spirit attuned weapon? Because you get that, or you used to get that through Lady D in the you always bear down on things. That's fair. I mean, if you're hyper focusing on certain stuff though too, I can definitely do that in certain ways too. But I've definitely learned to, yeah, time block and just put time, say like an hour aside for certain things, and then I just do it, and then it's done, and then I don't have to think about it. Gaming wise though, trust me, I could probably sit here all day and game if I really need to, but I've also got to eat, be human, and yeah, all the other things that come along with being a human. So I've got spirit, that's good. And then what have we got? I do like the Grin being a courage based weapon, but I am thinking maybe I might do the Precles as a spirit based weapon. But also you've got ranged weapons for mage user, or the spirit at least. It'd be interesting to see what the Odiak would operate like if you switched it from attunement from spirit to courage, and then you could adapt like the Ode Tempest as an example. What have I got set up on that one? Tempest. So 22, 10, 9. 22, 11, 9. Okay, so it doesn't register roughly a point. And my base courage on Ode Tempest anyway has to be 11. So I might just diversify range into 10, 20 virtue for spirit, and then 12 courage. Because I don't think courage is really necessary with the Ode Tempest. Especially because of the other two abilities, like the Astrosphere.
Yawns loudly, sleepy time.
But also the Atmosphere.
Curls up into a cozy ball.
So, interesting.
Lol.
Ursula needs 10 points in spirit, but if your grace points are below 10, the red arrow stays. Interesting. Wonderful. Let's have a look at this. Okie dokie. So let's have a look. So you're talking about the Ursula. It's a spirit-based dagger now. Are there like mini updates coming through where some of the weapons are being changed over? Oh, the cat was loud. Sorry to blast your eardrums. Hang on. Pando, why are you being so loud? Alright, I'll drop that down in the volume for that one. Is the game audio decent though? Because I've got that roughly about like 45%. So I'm assuming I sound quite a bit louder than the the game output, at least. Like the sound effects and the music and all that jazz. The game's fine? Okay, dope. And then, how's my, my audio coming through? Am I super loud? Just let me know if you need me to lower it. My internet got cut off for a minute. That's alright. No problem. The Unsealer needs 10 points in spirit, but if your grace points are below 10, the red arrow stays. Let's have a look at that. I wonder... So you've got the 10 points in spirit, but if your grace points are below 10, the red arrow stays. Okay. Thanks, Grey. Alright, cool. The volume's good on your end? Okay. It looks like the Unsealer have been switched. Their attunement looks like it's spirit instead of grace. I swear they were grace before. Everything is perfect. Excellent. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for the sound check. I've just been playing a lot around with the software this morning, so I'm hoping that there's a good balance for you guys, because I don't want to wreck your eardrums. Yeah, I swear. Were the Unsealer not the grace-based before? They're pretty good short blades, though. The Rib 2 were pretty good, though, because the Smite 7 and 100... I might actually bring these for a bit of a run. See, these are still grace-based as well. I'm just going to switch to them. And Precles. So that's courage. That's courage. Vidigrous. Okay, so that's still a spirit achievement. The Nettle is still grace. I don't really use that one, to be honest. The Grin 9 and 100 smite. This is like the best secondary for smite mechanic, by the way. Just everything I've used it with, it just, yeah, dishes out a lot of smite. That's a 2 chance in 25, and then what's the Skilter? That's 7 and 100. I'm going to take these guys out for a jaunt, I think. And I'm going to use the Ode Tempest setup that I've got. But as far as I can see, though, Abdul, I think with the Unsealer, yeah, you just need a minimum of 10 for your spirit attunement now. I swear they were grace-based. But anyway, apparently they're not. And then what have I got for grace? I've got 10, 20 spirit, 12 courage. Okay. I really think the Ode Tempest is an exceptional pact because it basically bypasses your like courage attunement to be useful, which is kind of cool because then you're not solely relying on one virtue. I think having the diversification of different stat spreads is really, really good. So I'm really keen to see what the stats are going to be like in the next update, or at least the next preludes in Preludes 11. Electrified squirrels? Are you shitting me? Battery operated squirrels. Wow. Like they need to be faster. That's dope. Alright. Battery powered squirrels. Be free. I love the fact that the Astrosphere applies its effect on the squirrels. That's hilarious. Everything's yeah. Sweet. Okay. Alright. Let's test out the Rib 2. They're a grace-based weapon. But even being grace-based, they still dish out some really mean damage, even for a short blade. But the Unsealer as well would be very useful to utilize. So I'm going to test the Unsealer for these guys for smite at least. It doesn't really seem to be producing it as much. So what I'll do, I'll switch to the Unsealer. And then see how that goes. Do you reckon we'll be getting cooking in the game? Because this pot's been here ever since I started Soulframe. It's got to be a placeholder for something though. Alright, so Unsealer, that is a spirit attunement now. And I swear So that's a 2 in 25 attunement. Sorry. Smite mechanic. So we'll see how these little blades go, and then I've got the skilter as well. And I like the design of these blades. They're really vicious looking. Very nice. Giant ham cutters. So their throw isn't too bad. The short blades are really good against the... Oh my god, I actually did a parry. Wow. Alright, these are pretty good. I haven't used these too much, but they're very fast. So if you like a bit of fast melee, they're pretty decent to use. So I guess it answers the question of being able to utilize them with a different spirit attunement. So if you got the minimum 10 spirit, you should be fine. As far as the grace is concerned, doesn't look like that you really need it, to be honest. I find Smite Mode Spade are very powerful on any weapon. The Smite Mode Spade. I don't think I've actually got any other motes for my weapons, to be honest with you, Abdul. I think I've actually just got the one, which is like a heavy attack boosting mote. But that's all going to change with all of the new motes coming through. So let's have a look. Yeah, I've only got this one, the Dundress. It's a 15 plus fully charged heavy damage. I don't have any of the other motes. I only entered Soulframe, I think pretty late, around like Preludes 8. So I've only been part of the last 2 Prelude season. I always get a smite or 2 on most enemies. Yeah. Which is great. Like, smite is a very useful mechanic in this game, and I really enjoy it, to be honest. And the synergy between that and the like health absorption is really, really worthwhile. And I think from utilizing Hand of Mora and testing it, I haven't really seen too many smites come through, or like health absorption with the Hand of Mora. I don't think it actually has the... Oh, you're a P10 player? Nice. I have 2 other motes besides the one you currently have. Interesting. Hey, Julio. What's going on? Welcome on in. Yeah, I've only got the Dundress. I don't think... Unless I haven't checked properly in the codex with Orlick and his creepy baby.
Welcome back.
So there's the Fables. That's all the notes. So it'd be from these, would it not? Birdie's Bog, Bread and Brank, College of Pensives. Maybe I haven't found what I need yet to unlock the other ones. Am I missing something? That's probably more than likely. If they're still active in the game, though. Because there's a ton of places that you can go chill out and find those gold motes, but I've been pretty much everywhere, and I haven't found any of the extra motes. I think Hand of Mora is still bugged where it doesn't scale with anything right now. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I've been wanting to test it more and more, just to kind of see, I guess, like the mini hotfixes that are in the game. And I jumped in, I think, last week or the week before, and it seemed to just be applying the passive of being able to set the enemies on fire, which is really nice. It takes about 10 seconds for it to apply, but I guess it does. It's good to see that it does. But with the damage ticks, they're still pretty slow, and they don't compound. They just kind of stay like 1 tick, 1 tick, 1 tick, boom, and then it explodes, and then it goes up to maybe like 20 or 30, but then it just sits at the same damage output, which is fine, but I would like to see it diversified a little bit more. Yeah, I don't have any more of the motes in from the codex, unless I'm looking in the wrong sub or tab, but it doesn't look like I'm missing anything for any of these. So maybe I've just got to go find a few different things. See, I can do the Fable replay, and that's the War Songs is the recreation semi-recreation of your frames look, but that's about it. It's just cosmetic stuff. And then they're the 3 fragments for Juniper. But yeah, I don't have any access to any other any motes unless I've completely missed something. I think the smite mote was with the throw range mote. Okay. Is there like, do you have to go to a specific location to find them? Is that what it is? Because maybe I've missed that altogether. I can't remember the name of the location that gives you the mote, but I know that there's a couple more in game. Okay. I mean, I came into Soulframe blind, so there may be things that I am missing that I can still go find. So I may actually... I might jump into like the website stuff just to double check locations. And perhaps that's why I don't have those particular motes. Oh, dude, that's dope. Okay, so parry is worth using. I really want this dude's armor, please. Because I really like the little... I don't know if you could... if I can get the angle right. I really want this Oculus thing that's on his helm. I think that'll look really dope with the... What? Hello? You're just hanging out? Okay. Right. Cool. I'll take the soul. Vasp. Jeez, I have a lot of these fragments. Yeah, that's made me curious now. If you guys have got different motes, what preludes did you guys enter into the game? Julio, Abdul, you said that you're P10. So there's a location that gives you motes. Okay, but there's a couple more. I would hope that they're still active, in all honesty, because I would love to go pick them up if I have access to them. Check your mote page in inventory. If you have a mote, you won't have the other that was given. Oh, okay. So, let's go here. Mote page in inventory. Okay. So these are all the ones that I've got, but these ones apply to packs. From what I can see, about a month now. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So, what am I missing then? Because I've got the Triune, which is really great. So these apply to your packs. And then the only weapon mote that I've got is the Dundrus. Like, Varus is really good. The Triune I use on everything. I find that that's interesting that that's called Triune. And then you've also got the Amulet from the event as well. Where is it? Should be in my inventory. So there's all the totems. Where's the Triune? Am I blind? And weird, a Zelda. A fragment of a Zelda? That's strange. Why is that in there? Anyway. Let's have a look. So there's modes, and then there's miscellaneous. So there's all the keys. Sacred Shimmer. They're actually worth picking up if you've been working through your fragments, factions. Let's have a look. Alright, so the Triune's in the armor. Okay, it could just be like an inventory thing. The water pot was the other one you can take if you didn't take the spade. Got you. So what does the spade one do? I wish we could switch them out. I guess that neutralizes the... So this is what I find interesting. The grace flows on felled enemies. What the hell does that mean? Does anyone have any feedback on that? Because, I mean, straight up, like the Triune mote giving 1+ courage, grace, and spirit, that makes sense. The Yeoful, 2+ courage, +1 courage, +1 spirit, plus courage, plus grace. That's the fully charged damage, so that makes sense. The Ironic, which one's this? Specifically relating to one with a perfect memory. So that's spirit and grace, so that's range and spirit. But this one here, the Water Ward, 10% spirit flows on felled enemies. So does that mean more duration if I apply that to a a weapon or a pact, sorry. Oh, right. So the spade was the 5% smite chance. God damn it. I didn't know what the water ward meant. Like, what does that apply and how does it work? Performing a useless though impressive task. I mean, that sounds like life, right? Just performing a useless though impressive task each day. No, I mean that in a positive sense. I'm just, yeah, I'm being facetious. I don't think there's a lot of weapons modes, I believe. Yeah, I think with the new system of moats that's coming through, I'm hoping that when the new moat system does come in, it basically gives us a whole backlog of the moats that were in the game previously, and then stepping forward, any of the moats that you haven't obtained yet and gets updated, which I'm sure as it will come through, we get like all of like the base moats like retroactively. That I feel like that was something that they mentioned a little bit. Not a guarantee on, I think, where your journey started within the preludes for Soulframe, but I would really like to be able to get, yeah, just access to some of the other moats if I'm missing some. I do streaming and co-streaming with Helix Rook. I'm not sure if you guys follow her. She's amazing. I do shout her out in the channel quite a lot. I've learned an absolute ton from her. She's been part of the preludes or in Soulframe since the very dawn of Soulframe, and she's taught me a lot. And she's one of the big inspirational people that, to me, I thought, you know what, I want to start streaming. I'm going to follow suit. And I'm really enjoying doing the Soulframe just run-throughs and testing and just doing live stuff. You know, hanging out with you guys, having a chat, learning how things are all working. Oh my god, we've got electrified Bambi. Batteries not included. Hey, buddy. Go enjoy the forest at supercharged rate, I guess. Yeah, Julio, I think being able to have retroactive application of just certain things in the game, I think just being able to give anyone who does have access to Soulframe the ability to test out everything. And it's not to say like, hey, you know, people worked hard. It's not taking away from the effort and the time that they put into Soulframe. I'm just saying that I think it would be cool if we did get the ability to get retroactive items in the game to be able to test them out and see how they operate. But I think with the new promote system that's coming through, it'll be really nice to see how that changes the like the joineries that have been added in, but also the weapons, the attunements, how the virtues interact with our weapons and how it supplements your damage output. Yeah, I'm really keen to see how all of those bits and pieces work together. And I think with the moat system that's coming up, I'm uber excited to see what kind of elemental damage is going to be added, because we've already got the Arcanic and the Voltaic. And Arcanic damage is ridiculous as well. Skin Dog, dude, what's going on? Hang on, I'm going to see if I can do a shout out for Skin Dog. He's amazing, guys. If you guys haven't met Skin Dog, he's an absolute legend. He is also an Australian streamer. He is awesome. What are you doing? How am I not following you yet? Yeah, I was going to say, like, what the hell? No, I'm kidding. How you going, dude? What's shaking? Let's do... There we go. I'm still learning bits and pieces. There we go. There we go. It should work. Did it work? Let me know if it did. Yeah, hell yeah. The rework is going to be dope, hey. Did it work, Skindog? Did it shout out? I can't believe I haven't hit follow though. I did ages ago, and not much big weekend of work. Nice. Good on you, man. Get some rest, hey. Are you going to be doing a stream later as well? Be cool if you do, because I love jumping into your chats, eh? How's the new game that you've been playing, like the sciencey game? That looks really cool. Have you killed that bloody spider yet? Good man, I'm glad. Do get your rest and stuff, eh? Get your brews on. But yeah, if you guys haven't followed Skindog, I don't know if that shout out worked, but it freaking better. But do me a favor, if you are in Twitch on YouTube, jump over to Twitch and give Skindog a follow. He's an absolute legend. I generally think that you do a stream on Sundays as well. Chuck that in the chat if you want, dude. I want to shout you out. Like, honestly, like, your vibe is one of the best. Hey, you're a real person, you're a real dude, and you're a champion. And I love the way that you think. You're also an amazing Warframe streamer. So if you guys love Warframe, jump in with Skindog, man. Like, he's an absolute legend. So that's another reason why I like doing streaming stuff as well. I've met some really rad people, and Skindog is 100% one of them. So, yeah, go give him a follow. He's absolute legend. Grounded is cool, but I feel like it'd be better with a squad. Yeah, man. Sweet. Awesome. Awesome. Dope. Wicked. Yeah. Don't worry about the follow stuff. Like, we chat all the time, so it's not like, yeah, it's not a thing if you're not following. But, yeah, it's good to be connected for sure, so. But, yeah, how's your morning? What time is it there for you? I think maybe like there's an hour difference or two hours difference, I think, for from where I'm at. But I'm going to be moving closer. How good's that? We can go to our six fish farm. I'm not very good, but I mean, I'm sure you've got some like amazing skills that I could probably learn. But yeah, I'm still going ahead with the move, man. It's to catch you guys up. I live in a southeast part of Queensland in Australia, but I'll be shifting down to the cooler area of Victoria at the end of this month. So yeah, very excited to move. It's going to be a big change. There's a lot of really cool energy. It's a very historical part of the country. Lots of old history and super amount of like just really cool people. Not just that, but there's just like a lot of lifestyle stuff. Like, it's cooler. I like cooler weather. I can manage it better than the heat, because currently at the moment, for all of you guys who are in chat where it's like freaking hot, it kind of sucks. Yeah, we get lots of humidity here, so the humidity is different from where I'll be moving, but very excited to make the shift. So 10 past 11 for me. When you're in Melbourne, you're probably in my time. Hell yeah. Well, that'll be dope. That'd be really cool. I've got a few bits and pieces that I've shifted around with, like the streaming setup. So I'm just kind of testing like a few things at Twitch at the moment. I was thinking, oh, I'll just hang out and do a stream for an hour. Here I am, like an hour and 23 minutes later. But I probably will have to go soon. I just need to wait for one of my girlfriends to message me and be like, hey, I'm on my way. It's been a while since we've caught up, so it'll be good to see her. Oh shit, I'm about to die. We don't want that shrimp. Have you played Soulframe much, Skindog? Holy crap. I pretty much almost died. Oh shit, okay. Alright, if you didn't know, the shrimp drop those little lanterns, grab and run. Because they explode. The effect has gotten a lot better on those as well. No creepy hugs from you, mate. I'm good. Don't like the creepo hugs. I definitely forget to use my elixirs a lot of the time. I think I've gotten used to getting the smites happening a little bit too much. I've got to definitely watch my health gauge. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some regeneration item, something that just slowly regens. Actually, here's a question for you guys. How have you guys found the, I think it's like 2% like leeching of health from enemies? Does that even work? I think I've got that on the skilter, but I don't know how effective it is yet. Ah, destroy the Odin. Okay, I've got to destroy this thing. I hate the shrimps. The only way for me to throw flyblades. Dude, give the give the Tedran pack to World. Actually, you know what? You've just given me a sick idea, so thank you very much for saying that. I'm going to switch to the Tethering, and I'll show you what I mean. It's awesome. The Tethering with the Fellist. It works really, really well. Where are ya? Tethering. I think we're getting these icons updated as well, which is nice. I think they're Soulframe, the devs are going to be working on the first 3 packs to start with, just to make sure that they're pretty much exactly how they want them, and everyone who's playing Soulframe in the community is like, yep, cool, they work really well. Ode Tempest, if they even touch that, I'm going to be really pissed off. I'm not going to lie. I don't swear a lot, but when I do, I mean it. The only thing I would say is changing Sizemore. Put that back onto Ode Tempest and get rid of the Inferno hit. That's just my thing. I think that bowling a ball of like razor hot magma at people, I think makes far more sense to go on Mora's hand. I think that was something they mentioned on the Soul stream previously as well. But the Astrosphere and Astrosphere, Atmosphere and Astrosphere, these two work so freaking well. So I don't know what they could put in the first slot. Maybe just change the look of the ability to be like a whirlwind with like a little bit of lightning, and it still does relatively like the same thing, or even like a Warframe reference as an example, like the Vortex kind of thing that Vauban has as an example. I think that would be perfect on Ode Tempest. It's a phenomenal pact, but use Tethering and Fellist and use your application on your Flyblades. It absolutely knocks everything out of the park. It's really, really fun. I hate the fact that I've got to press confirm. I'm so lazy. Let's have a look. So what are we at? We've got Virtues 20, 11, 10. And then what's the attunement for Skilter? Ah, shit. That's Grace. I don't really boost Courage, to be honest, when I use Tethering. I don't find that I have to, so Duration I'll keep that, but I'll boost up the Grace a bit. And then, what's the output for that? Alright, so that's 70 damage. And then I've got the Gildor Polish Joinery with a damage plus 14 and the lifesteal of 2%. So, let's go boss out on that. One cast of Fellas kills any shrimp. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Even the Odiak as well. I switched up the Odiak a bit. Did I actually just finish the... Oh, okay, so there's more Monas around. Alright, yeah. You use Fellas, and then... Oh, well, he's only a level 5, but still. You only need, like, 3 hits. And, like, look at the application of the Fellist on the Flyblades. That looks freaking sick. I love the animation on these. And I'm pretty sure... correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the application of Fellist is more hit-based rather than duration. I think you get about 5 hits out of it before it neutralizes itself, and then you can just reapply. Tethering is such a good pact to start with. It's absolutely insane. And it's nice too because the animation for the smite, or absorbing these mofos, okay, wow, it's like a one-hit wonder. See ya. I really want to see more corrupt enemies in the game, which we'll be getting, thankfully. Is that a creepy hug? Yep, that was a creep hug. So that's Skilter, even without the Fellist. But I mean, granted, these mofos are only like level 5. But you can see them as well, or preempt where they're going to be, or which body they're going to absorb. When I first came across these guys, I always think mimics, but I know that they're not called mimics. Mockeries. 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 I'm just going to say it 3 times. And hopefully I don't summon any more. No, wait. Is there a soul here? Any more creeps? No? Okay. You need a 5 hit? No duration. Gotcha. Thanks, Abdul. That's dope. Yeah, it's good to see that it's more of a hit-based application rather than a duration. Because at least you can count how many times you hit and then it's done, which is good. Alright. Should I check around here? I think this is the exit anyway. Yeah, it is. It's nice to see that the pre-gen tile sets generally run the same kind of directional for ease of finding stuff, farming it out, and then just pissing off. Alright, Lady D, give me my rewards, please. Hopefully we get a blessed. Come on, less joinery. Come on, that'd be dope. I really feel like that entire UI should be shifted over to the left-hand side of the screen, though. Because when you're in the Nightfold, all of that stuff shows up, and it's blocking all of, like, the virtues and, like, the rest of the UI. Chuck your suggestions in chat. Give me feedback, because I can always just hopefully pass that on to the devs, and maybe they'll see it. I'm sure that they would, but yeah, I'm enjoying doing like the live stuff of Soulframe, because then at least if they do check anything, they can just check the log and be like, oh, this person found this is great and useful, and they've actually got verified video footage of what they can look to improve, I guess, or change as needed as well. I was doing this when we played before to make any weapon with low rank make damage. Yeah, it's really good, hey. Love the tether and pact for it. But the block of hit takes 2 charges from 5. Okay, and missing hit also takes away 1. True, yeah. So yeah, you've got to be... I think that's what I kind of like about it, though, is that it's not going to reward you every single time. I like that about Soulframe. It is a little bit more forgiving in a lot of ways, but the it's good because it makes you watch like your ammo output, your damage output, dodging, blocking. I'm really keen to see what the combat arts are going to be like for the new systems coming in. Slugwort. These guys were an interesting addition. They're pretty slow. But I wonder what's going to happen in future with them. Solace, eh? I'm pretty sure the Solace Longblade got shifted to the... This guy always gets stuck in this tree. Solace Longblade, I'm pretty sure that used to be a courage weapon, but I think it's now a 2-star spirit. I'm pretty sure. For bugs, make sure to always complete tails in the marked area, or you may lose the XP. Yeah, true. I think with most of the runs that I do, I generally do complete them. And if I'm not 100% satisfied with the like the saving, I guess, of the game, I always jump back into Nightfold, talk to Tubalcane, and then she'll give me some sort of depressed comment about not doing so well. I refuse to play Soulframe till my screen is covered in particles, like I'm playing Gyro and Oberon in a team together. That is an absolutely valid feeling on that one, Skin Dog. I think, to be honest, I mean, there's a few people who have said, like, you know what, I'm not going to play until it's fully out. I absolutely respect that. Hands down, I don't think there's any issue with playing a game if you don't feel like it's not really completely fleshed out. And, like, in reference to, say, like, Warframe, for example, I've got an older sibling, and they're actually a founder. And I said, oh, like, do you still play? And they said, yeah, a little bit here and there. I'm like, bruh, like, you're a founder. You have, like, Excalibur Prime. What the hell? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, can I play it at your house? And he's like, nah. I'm like, you're an a-hole. Like, I want to play Excal Prime. It's just a thing. Like, I think it's pretty cool that, yeah, he invested in the shift and change of Warframe and was there from, like, the very get-go. So, yeah, he's seen it, like, shift so much. So, we'll talk about it from time to time. But, he found out that I do streaming and stuff. And he said, oh, how are you going with it? And I said, yeah, it's gone pretty well, man. Like, I'm really enjoying it. And he said, oh, do you do Warframe? And I said, not as much, but I do, and I have done a few streams of Warframe, but I'm very aware of, I guess, a lot of different factors for Warframe. This is more what I enjoy doing, taking it a little bit more slow, having a chat with people, getting feedback from you guys. you know, how getting into the game. Hello, Merewith. How did you get this game? I was one of the lucky ones. I actually found it via another streamer through Twitch, and they were just hanging out, just playing Soulframe, and we just started talking, and I just asked him like a whole bunch of questions, and by the end of stream, he said, "Oh, look, like, do you want to jump in Discord and have a chat?" And I said, "Sure." And he flicked me a code, and I said, "Dude, like, what the hell?" And he's like, "You're welcome. Like, you know, it's good. It's a great game. I enjoy it. So if you want to have a bit of a play too, like, here's a code." And yeah, it blew me away. So I've been playing since I think Preludes 8, so the last 2 Preludes, and then yeah, that's pretty much Soulframe story up to date. Skindog might one day give it a go, but Soulframe doesn't have my most used move, speed. Yeah, legit. That is so true. Hey, yeah, if there's a capability to speed up your envoy and just like run amok, absolutely. I think that'd be really cool, like a wind pact or something to increase your speed to be able to move faster. I think that'd be really cool. See, that's what I mean about Skindog. Like, you know, you give like some really great ideas and you run with it, literally. And yeah, it just, me playing Soulframe kind of gave me the idea of like, hey, like a wind pact could be really, really cool. You know, you could do like things of like a synergy of like thinking about like Zephyr as an example. Yeah, like an airbender type thing. Hell yeah. I think Soulframe being such an elemental based game and like nature, and you're like this envoy or this druidic kind of warrior who utilizes nature to go against like the corruption of like the evil enemies, I think is really cool. So it just, I think it depends on quite a few things when it comes to, I guess, like the timeline that the devs have got for the actual game. All the work that they do in the background while there's an update coming through. You know, they're a business at the end of the day, so I think, you know, they've got a lot of things to consider. But I think the one thing that I really enjoy with DE's culture is that they really built a really strong community base as well, and there's so many different tribal pockets to the whole entire community, which is really dope. And everyone's got like this particular area of where they're good, you know, like you've got people who do like tier streaming where they're like, hey, like this weapon does this, and I kind of take a little bit of part in that. I mean, I don't sit there and do like a whole tiered system of like, this is like this and this is what it does. I do it a little bit, but I like doing like a whole overview. Like I approach a game more in like a holistic sense. The elements that I enjoy is the fact that it's like a fantasy mage caster. You can be like a warrior. You can go beat the crap out of stuff. But there's also elements of like the mechanics or like the background kind of synergy of the game, with like watching a lot of like the dev stream, seeing what they're creating, what they're building, what the community's talking about. Yeah, it's like the whole interconnected thing. So I try to maintain like more of like a holistic approach, even like with the streaming stuff as well. I really enjoy it. Atlas Rumblers seem mad viable, like they'd suit this game well. I don't disagree on that. If we had like a rock pact, I would absolutely be super stoked on that. A wind pact and a rock pact. The Iselda does kind of have like a rock effect. Like it's got Bestone, and that's like freezing enemies and just being able to freeze them in stone, and it's really, really good. This was the first pact. I guess to give you context, like your packs are basically your warframe, but you've only got 3 abilities to utilize with them. May change over time. Who knows? We might get like an ultimate 4, who knows? But the Iselda Pact is really good for that. And the Phantom Flock too, just all like Flappy Birds pecking the crap out of enemies, is really, really good. It's great for CC. And the Elder Bloom Pact, think about it as like Trinity with their Champion Blessing. You just drop this big old flower on the ground and it just heals the shit out of you. And you can basically just sit there in front of like, you know, 10 enemies, like, and they're trying to beat you up, and you can just heal through their BS. It's great. Bestone, then kill on you again, Mini Rumbler would be so fire. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome, actually. Like a mini golem. Yeah, that'd be awesome. The codes, the game didn't say that they had any account, have 3 codes to give friends and whatnot, but I didn't get any codes to share. Interesting. So, Abdul, are you saying you got the, like, access, but you didn't get the other codes alongside? You should get 4 codes, I think, from memory. I'm pretty sure it was like 5 access codes, so you get 1, and then you get like 4 other codes for friends. I had like some, yeah, skin dog, yeah, exactly. A mini golem, that'd be dope, honestly. And I think they've got like the right assets in the game at the moment to be able to reskin one of like the corrupted little enemies, the little avocots, to be able to do that. So that's a really cool thing. That's the sort of thing too that I love too, is like, you know, you can jump in, have a chat with people, and it's just, this is where all the ideas get implemented. And I think being part of a pre-alpha game, there's so much flexibility for new stuff to be added as well. So it may not be added right now, but give it like, you know, 6 to 12 months, you could see that added into the game. Like, that's what I love. The magic stuff can get as wild as Skyrim, really, so it's hugely open. Yeah, exactly. Man, can you imagine if they allowed modding in this game? I mean, Skyrim is insane, especially with its modding capability. Holy shit. I think, I don't even know how many mods I've got for Skyrim, but oh my god. I've definitely had a an absolute shit ton of mods in Skyrim, and just some of the crazy stuff that you see people come up with. It's a really good laugh, I'm not gonna lie. I think... Was there something that you guys wanted to see with the packs? I think even with like the Hand of Mora, I think we were doing a bit of a test trial of that before. I might actually switch back to that. And then what I may do, I'll just do another run. So I've got, what's that? The virtues. So I've got 15 spirit, grace is 16, and then courage is 10. I'm going to drop grace range down to that, but I'm going to boost my duration and spirit. Courage, I'll leave it 10. And then I'll still use... I think I might use... What other ones have I built? Oh, Blitzel, I've got to redo that. So what did I put on that? I put the Quicksilver Polished... with the weapon charge rate plus 25 and plus 19 damage. Okay, so I might bring that along and I'll level that up a bit. And then the Skilter is Grace attunement. I do want to change that to the I'm thinking Spirit, but maybe do Grace, Courage as well, because the Precles is pretty good. But out of the 2 fly blades, I'm just considering which one would do better smite mechanic. I have a feeling it'll be Skilter. Yeah, I'll take that one along for now. You still master your weapons in Soulframe? Yeah, you do. It's same concept as leveling like your Warframe. You get up to level 30 and then you've got full access to it. I'm going to go up to Fort Carlisle, and then I'm going to hit the Kernhold as well. Skin Dog, you can do something similar to like doing like a Reforge. It's kind of like putting Former into your weapon. It doesn't necessarily do additional, I guess, ticks for damage output, but the way that you can basically reformat everything in game at the moment, you've just got to have the right amount of resources, and for the most part, like, you get an absolute nut ton of fragments to build stuff. And then, yeah, this is all the materials that I've been able to obtain over, like, the last couple of months. I've got way too many, but it's beneficial. Yeah, so you can reforge your weapons. I'll actually show you as well. Tubal-Cairn, you'll like her. once she gets a better personality, though. So you're probably wise in waiting a little bit more, because we can only rank her up to rank 3 at the moment. So she's the weapon master of the game. So it's essentially how you get better tier weapons. So it's kind of linked to a mastery system in a way. So you start off at rank 0, you rank it up to 1, 2, then 3. 3 is the main one at the moment. They're probably testing a lot of stuff as well, so it's very similar to your syndicates in Warframe. But essentially, you've got ready to craft weapons, you've got requirements not met. So as an example, this one I already own, but I think, say for example, you have quenching acid is a very, very common item that you can get, but say like scrap steel, you need to find them from weapon racks. Say if you didn't have enough of the like 39 out of 45, then you just have to go farm that, and then you could build that. It takes about 20 hours. So the timing of certain like pieces of armor take different time frames. So this one's like 4 hours for legs, 20 hours for these because it's got more detail, and so forth, and that's for pretty much most of the armor. We finally do have stats in the game for the armor. You got your physical, magical, defense, but then you've also got stability. So the higher stability you've got, if enemies keep on hitting you, you've got more like a higher stagger rate, basically. And enemies actually have stagger as well, which is great. I see they're stopping an instant power creep. Yeah, they are, thankfully. And I think it's a really wise way that they're doing it, because I think it'd be a lot harder, especially in Warframe, especially with the damage attenuation. I think that's going to be looked at in the next dev stream. I believe it's in September, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's really good they're preventing the power creep, because I know that that's been a really big conversational piece for a lot of us in Warframe. So it's really good to see that they're really fleshing out a lot of the things that have been a long time pain point, especially with a game like Warframe, because it has been out so long. To spend the resources to go back to the very beginning and try to unravel those problems is going to be a very costly way to do it. And again, I think about it holistically in my own way. I don't know how they look at it and how they move forward with, I guess, creating a solution around an issue. But I guess that's what, you know, your dev streams and your Soul Shorts and dev shorts are for, is just kind of sharing information. I think it's really good. So smarter keeping it level based, like it's similar to Assassin's Creed style, but a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. I think once it's fleshed out a little bit more too, I honestly think that you'll enjoy a few elements that are coming up, Skin Dog. The new mode system, the new ways that we can synergize our weapons, the achievements of the virtues and how that ties in with your output damage, whether it's arcanic damage with the magic weapons, it's voltaic damage with the magic weapon, or it's just purely a stat-based damage output increase with the higher virtue stats that you've got. Azazel, yo, what's shaking? How are you? Welcome in. Do you take on what armor state should be better for overall gameplay? Yeah, I do, actually. Physical and magic are generally pretty good. The fact that you can mix and match your armor is really nice. So the top right icon up here next to your default loadouts, that gives you an overall stat spread. So I've got 18 physical defense, I've got 5 magic defense, and then I've got 8 stability, which is your like stagger bar basically as a character. So as an example, if you want like a little bit better magical defense, it's all compounding. So let's have a look at Garen Bridge set, for example. So you've got your Counter Grace, you've got the 2 different sets. Don't worry about having to craft both of them, because I think you can actually craft one and it gives you both. This one has got a 334 and a 334. So they're both physical, both magical, and a higher stability defense. So as you change those, your stat spread or defense calculations change. So I've got the Regalia of the Rude on, which is quite a high physical. But say, for example, I want a higher physical and a little bit more magic damage, I can chuck that one on. So you can mix and match all of your armor pieces, and pretty much the highest stat spread for your armor at the moment, I believe, is the Mannequin King set, which is this one here. So it gives you a full stat spread increase of 38 overall. So you get a full 24 physical damage increase, you get 5 magic, and then you've got 9 stability. So it's really hard it's getting harder to get knocked down, basically. But say, for example, you're going up against like magic enemies and they're a real pain in the ass, you can switch that to Garen Rude set, and I believe that gives you just a slight drop in your overall defense, but it gives you a higher magic defense, which is 9, but you still get like a really good spread of physical, and I think you actually get a slightly higher stability than the Mannequin King set with the Garen Rudes. Yeah, you do. It's variably higher, actually. So if you don't like getting staggered, chuck on the Garen Rude set. It's not a bad set to obtain. And Orangor set, the Eventide Greaves with the, where is it? The Lycansteel cuirass, and even like Garen Rude's helm, you still have a really high stat spread in your defense for your armor, and you get quite a significant push in your stability and your physical, and still a little bit of magic defense as well. So these two helmets specifically give you exactly the same stat spread, but the Deceiver's helm, that's a pure physical attribute. So there's no magical boost damage to that, but you can even chuck on like the Mannequin King's helm if you want. Helm of Mora, it's alright. You can wear a bucket if you want. If it's, hey, it's your game, your choice. But I do like the Lycansteel set for sure. Like, I think just the aesthetic of it is really well done. The design is really nice as well. So for fashion, it's pretty dope. And the Hand of Mora, it's a weird looking pact. It just looks like a giant oven mitt, which I don't mind that. It definitely looks like you've broken your arm somewhere. Kaztas, how do I get a code for the game? I'm waiting almost a month for this. I can understand there's a lot of people waiting for a code for Soulframe, but welcome. I do have a few Soulframe streamer friends who have been doing code giveaways. Helix Rook is one of them. I think she's chucked her schedule up on the Twitch schedule as well, so do keep an eye out for her. I don't know if she's got any codes at the moment, but I would definitely say look out for her. And there's also another Soulframe streamer, the Fakest Gamer. We've done a code stream, I think it was just last week, and it was a lot of fun. It was really, really cool. So yeah, man, Skindog, Helix is absolutely insane. Hey, she's been in the very beginning of Soulframe. So yeah, if you guys haven't followed her, jump onto my Twitch page, and she's one of my recommended as well. Actually, while I think of it, I'm just going to jump onto Twitch, and Skindog, I'm going to add you in as one of my recommended channels as well. I was actually looking at that the other day, and I was like, man, I've got to add more people. I don't know who to add. So I'm glad that you've jumped in. So I'm going to chuck you on the recommended to watch. Let's have a look. Where am I? How do I do... Can I do that thing for that? Oh, no worries, Kaztas. Is that how I pronounce your name? Kaztas? Kaztast? If I do have any codes, though, I will jump in and chuck that up on the Twitch schedule for you guys as well. I did have 2 codes. I ran... it was a while ago. But, also, thank you for the subs and follows, too. That's great. I do sometimes have people say, hey, if you want... oh, dope. Thank you. I do have people jumping in and asking about the codes as well. So if I do come across any more, or if people do want to gift them out for a giveaway, I could definitely set up a giveaway for Soulframe stream, and I'd probably run it for roughly about like an hour, hour and a half, depending on how many people like jump in and like want to put their name forward for it. But I'd just have to set up the giveaway thing. I'm still learning a lot of software, how it all works, all that sort of jazz, and I think everything's working pretty well. But as far as the codes are going, yeah, there's definitely lots of people looking for them. But yeah, if I get any more, I'll chuck them in to the Twitch schedule, and hopefully do it at a nice time frame for you guys as well. I generally try to do a stream earlier in my day, because I know most of you, it's either your morning or it's like really late at night, but you're all still around and you guys just get to hang out and watch. So yeah, time frames are definitely a bit of a fun thing, because I find my morning people are a lot more active rather than say like my afternoon or evening, depending on like the different time frames in the world. But yeah, Skin Dog, I'll set that follow up in Twitch. I'm just trying to kind of find it, but I think what I might do, I could probably do one more run, and then I can showcase something. If you guys want to pop that in chat, if there's anything that you want to see, like a pact, a weapon to use, I'm happy to do that. And yeah, our time zone is a bit of a different one. I mean, being 10 hours ahead mostly for the rest of the world, we're kind of ahead of time in a way, but I do find around this time period, like early morning to like mid-morning or like almost afternoon, for us is generally a pretty decent time to jump in and do a stream, that's for sure. But I do some of the Soulframe stuff in the afternoon, so I am looking at potentially shifting the time slot from the afternoons more to the mornings, so it lines up with all of you guys in different time zones, for just consistency, hanging out, having a chinwag. But yeah, if you guys have got any questions or you want to see like me run a weapon before I probably pop off stream, I'm more than happy to do another run. I think I'll still stay with the Blitzel, but if there's another weapon that you guys want to see, I'm more than happy to showcase one. I just enjoy seeing the game graphics are crazy. Yeah, it is good. Like, it's still a very early days kind of game, but the graphics, etc., they've come along pretty well. Especially when I first started, some of it was pretty clanky, but it's definitely come a long way, and that's probably one of my favorite mechanics in the game, is just doing like the Jesus drop of faith backwards, and you're in your home space as well. Elite, hello, followed. Thank you very much. That's awesome. 4 AM, perfectly fine. I know, Grey. You're a night owl, so it works well for you. D, devs are very good at cinematic graphics and soundtracks. Man, honestly, I swear to God, their music and their cinematics is just out of this world, eh? It's great. Yeah, you can't fault them for that at all. Like, they're very good, like, theatrically. They definitely know how to start a party. That's for sure. I almost feel like singing online. But I won't, because I don't think that I've got that much of a good singing voice. Abdul, just in chat as well, did that armor state, do you think that was like a relatively good explanation of how the physical and all the damage types are affected through armor stats? Yeah, I think I'm going to change the skill to the achievement of courage, to be honest. It is really good. Ah, fuck balls. I hate these tanks. Sorry, I did swear. And I probably shouldn't, but whatever. I gotta say though, the bows in game with their maxed out tree stats with the hail of arrows are so good. And the firecracker arrows too. Very cool.
Feeling good about all these adorable things. Can't wait to perfectly entertain you all.
There we go.
Lol.
Oh yeah. I think my digital cat Meowster is talking to you guys. I did set him up. I thought, you know what? What's a little bit of something that's a little bit more interactive, I guess, with the chat stuff. I don't want to overload you guys with like all the gimmicky kind of stuff, but I thought, you know what? SmoothOpurrator. A lot of people are like, oh, like you're a meow meow. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. So I thought adding a digital cat with the personality of the AI Brian, I thought was kind of a silly little addition. But yeah, I'm still pissed I can't get Kume's music yet for my Orbiter. Wait, what? You can't? I'm sure that you can. Can you not go to Cetus and pick it up? It's either that or Barrow sells it. I can't remember who, but I'm sure I've seen it in game though. Kume's music, it's pretty sexy. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking now, Skindog, that you mentioned it. I'm pretty sure that Redeem music for your Orbiter, I'm pretty sure that was in Barrow's shop. I'm pretty sure for TennoCon. You got the digital ticket too, eh? Yeah, I thought you can. In her shop, right? On Cetus? I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think it costs that much either. You just got to run some of the missions for her. Better not have been working. Yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm really bad at health management with this pact. That's alright though. But for me, I think stability overshadow anything else in armors right now. Yeah. I think the, I mean, the stability of the game is still pretty good. It's a lot better than what it was. And I can probably think, with the new update coming through, it's probably going to be a lot better, which is good. I guess it just depends on the platform. Wait, I think we're all on PC anyway. So, yeah, no cross-platform stuff just yet. Say less. I'm shopping. Be right back. Done. Hell yeah. Shopping for cosmetics and like in-game shit is so good. Warframe's done that very well, I have to say that. So I am keen to see what Soulframe is going to adapt, especially with the in-game Abacots Gots and all that sort of jazz. I hope that he gets some like really, really cool stuff, so you actually want to spend your Drax with him as well. Range attacks are unnecessarily OP. Indeed, they are absolutely, Azazel. They are very much OP, and they're really good. Especially with like the fly blades as well. They're very good. And I am hunting down some of the blessed joineries as well. So I want to switch the Skilter over to probably Courage. Rather than Spirit, because you've already got like a bit of range. Yo, that AoE on that damage tick. Look at these guys go. Alright, let's apply a little bit more fire to the fire, eh? Hand of Moor has still got a little bit to go, but the flames on these guys, awesome. And Raggy Dolls. I wish... Oh, that electric trap finally does damage to that dude. That's good. Excellent. Alright, you can take your bonk stick somewhere else, lady. The only thing that I will say, with the defensiveness of the second ability for the Hand of Mora, it doesn't give you any sort of, like, super damage reduction like the Astrosphere does for, Atmosphere, sorry. For the Aura. See, like, how they hit you? And then it gives you, like, the flame. It still does damage you. More like the direct melee hits do, though, rather than these guys. But I really do want to see that shifted. Because I would use the Hand of Mora. I'm sure a lot more people would if it had a little bit more defensiveness to it while you've applied fire. Or at least the second ability. And I hope that its regen gets upgraded too. because it is pretty slow. And it's a kind of integral ability to the pact as well. Especially for that flame AoE and the damage burst output. It's pretty good. There we go. Like a pin cushion. It's lovely. It'd be cool if Soulframe had like a Cetus village, but the NPCs are more utilized. Yeah, I think so. I mean, with the 3 factions that we've got at the moment, I do think there's talk of fast travel just to the factions as well, which is really good. Because at the moment, Skindog, the 3 factions, there's the Kith of Kings, and even before we got the actual tags for them, I couldn't find where they were. So for a while, we didn't even have these name tags locating where they were. So you had to remember where they were. And like, it's very similar to Elden Ring, where you've really got to zoom the fuck in. Sorry, I'm channeling you. Throwing out F-bombs. This is like the Kith of Kings, but it looks like a giant rock. And there are certain parts of the map where you've just really got to know where it is. So it's good to see that they've actually put name tags in. The Alka's Children is the faction that I started with. I just had to remember there was like a little black hole just over near the Ulmul town, and that's where you get them. But you've got to go into like this magical cave and try to find it. It's not too hard to find. But then Silent Rose, you've got to go up through this town, and then you go along the coastline, and then you go into like a little cave area, and that's the faction of Silent Rose, and that's what the Silent Rose tails are. Each faction has its own tails, basically, and the 3 stars are the highest ones to get. You can do a 2-star, but the 3-star basically give you the most rewards, which is good. So, yeah, with the factions, it'd be nice to see more of like the interactivity. You definitely like the Silent Rose. Not a bad influence, no way. You're a great influence. I think with the Silent Rose, you like it. It's a really old school pub style. Ye old drippin' flagon. It's awesome. There's like a whole bunch of people in there just like cussing at each other. It's really fun. It's probably the most interactive of the 3 factions, I would say. And being the Scotties that they are, it's, yeah, there's a lot of personality in there. And one of the faction representatives, or the leader of it, Lady Diora, she's a pretty sassy one. You do come across her early in your journey, but then, yeah, she becomes the rep for the Silent Rose faction. She's pretty cool. Do you stream Warframe? I have done, yeah. I don't stream it as much as what Soulframe, though. I just find, I think the gameplay and my style of explaining stuff, I think it's a little bit easier for me to do a Soulframe stream over a Warframe, but more than open to doing Warframe content and streaming as well. And I have done so. I've got them up on socials as well. Speaking of, I should probably chuck that in for any of you guys who are keen. There's the socials there for you as well, and then I'll see if I can chuck that into the other chat that I have. So if you guys are keen, check that out, that link. I do have a YouTube channel. I've called it Smoothbitz. If you want to see them, touch them, play with them and feel them, go for it. Like the puns. I do a lot of short stuff as well, so if you guys do enjoy it, any likes, etc., they definitely help the exposure, I think, of the channel. It's not something I enforce. If you like it, awesome. Be genuine in your response. Feedback is definitely something I look forward to, and if you guys have got questions, if the content makes sense, if it doesn't make sense, leave a comment. Only if you really feel like you want to. But I find the interactivity through streaming and utilizing and building a YouTube, it's been really fun, and I'm really enjoying it. So generally what I do is I'll do a stream, And then sometimes what I'll do is go off and just do a little bit of a update and shenanigans on the YouTube. And yeah, I hope you guys find something relevant and useful there. But if there are things that you guys do want to see, just feel free to like bang a message on a video, and I do check them as well, and I will respond. And I've met some really cool people giving some really good feedback about certain content, like Hand of Mora, Igne Mora, Ode Tempest, the Siren Pact as well. It's been pretty interesting seeing what you guys have been interested in seeing content-wise, and some of the stuff that I've shared, I thought, oh, I'll just chuck this up. It looks good, and it's gotten a lot more exposure than I anticipated, to be honest. So it's really interesting to see what people really look for, especially with like the short form content. And all of my lives, they're all in the Soulframe playlist there as well. Feel free to go through them. If you need tags, time tags and stuff like that, just leave a comment, and I'll go back through and I'll just add as I can go as well. There's a lot of stuff going on, so I would just want to see Faction Tales experience get increased. Yeah, I would like to see that happen. I have a feeling with the new update, Azazel, I think the experience will get leveled, but I think also too, with the state of the timeline and time frame of jumping into the game and then obtaining experience, that'll take time to be developed, I would say, because it looks like what's happening in Soulframe is they're probably trying to minimize... Ooh, Tantrum Lightning. What they're probably trying to do is minimize people just running through, burning themselves out, and not taking like a healthy amount of time towards some content. Granted, they do want you to spend time in the game, but I think with the experience gains, yeah, I think simplistically I would like to see it increase as well, but I think that'll be a time-based kind of scenario, especially for the Faction Tales, because I have had some people say, oh, it takes a really long time to get this, this, and this, which granted it does, but it's not to say that it's not going to be adapted over time. So I think for the casual player, I can see that being a very valid point of, oh god, getting higher XP gains. It does feel good when you get more XP, that's for sure, but yeah, prolonging the game would probably definitely be what they're trying to do, just like Frame, or it'll be one and done. Yeah, basically. I mean, if you think about it, any game, they want you to spend your time in their game. So if they're going to give too much XP out, then people can just like jump in, farm everything out and be done. Take for example like Warframe doing like their Affinity weekends as well. Like you can bust through like 2 levels of like Sanctuary Onslaught to rank up all of your stuff and then be done, and then just log out. But they've got such a chain of event content, you know, you can jump in, do your leveling stuff, but then you can go and do like your relic farming, and then you can go and do like an Archon hunt. There's so many different bits and pieces that you can do in Warframe. So when people sometimes mention, they say, oh, I'm either burned out, it's because just utilizing your time effectively and learning all of the mechanics, because there's so many mechanics in Warframe, as an example. There's so much to do, you feel like you're at a lack of time, but you're really not. You've just got to give yourself the patience and time and play it at your pace. Don't feel like you're falling behind, because you're not. You've got to look at it this way. I've been playing Soulframe as an example for like the last 2 preludes, and there's been people who've been playing ever since it started, but within a shorter time period, because I'm relatively good at picking up on how the game mechanics work, testing things out. I mean, even exploring the world map, for example, this is huge in game. And I was able to go around to every single point, pick up the motes, explain you know, or at least cover, you know, one quadrant of the map and then move forward. With the world trees, for example, I mean, you start your journey off in this area, and then the closest world tree, I think, is this one here. And then to go and find the next one, I think it was roughly here. Or, no, it was probably more northwest. This one here. So these two trees are the first two in this circular area around here. And that opens up quite a large area of the map. And if you look at how many points there are to get through, I thought, you know what? I want to take my time. Because I know, as I was moving forward, and you can see how big the map is, if I just went through and burned all of that in a day, I would just want to give up and log out of the game. And I don't want to do that. That's just the way that I approach it. If you do get bored, fair enough. But I definitely think, take your time, give yourself the patience, give yourself the grace and space, go and get your food. I'm very holistic, healthy-wise, and I'm very aware of spending time, so I don't want to sound like I'm preaching. If I am, please put that in chat and be like, all right, you can stop preaching now. But I do genuinely care about other players and gamers because I've been through there, I've done it, I've made a lot of self-choices that weren't healthy, and I've spent, like, I'm not kidding, I've spent like 12, 13, 14 hours in front of a computer, and I think being able to adapt all of that knowledge and then fuel that into a streaming like community and share this sort of stuff with you guys, I really hope that you guys take what you need from it and apply it to yourself. Because I don't like hearing when people say, hey, I'm really burned out, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm unhappy. We're not meant to necessarily sit and watch things, which is very counterintuitive for me to say this because I'm a streamer now, like, you know, but I genuinely do care about people's health and well-being. So, and I think it's a really great space to be able to share information and connect with people on a healthy way. But I also apply a time base to it. So granted, I'm at 2 hours, 17 minutes of stream. I could sit here for like another hour because I really am passionate about talking about people and just what your experiences are as well, and a game in general as well. So I'll stop my little preaching soapbox thing and I'll just catch up on chat with you guys. In Soulframe, the grind of faction XP is okay, but the problem for me that I need that same XP to buy what I need. Yeah, well, I mean, think about it this way. It's like a trade-off, you know? Like, I mean, you're not going to get a really powerful weapon if you don't have, say, like rank 4 with a faction to get one of the most powerful packs in the game. I mean, it's not just going to be handed to you. It does require effort and it does require player input. And I have noticed that a lot in different titles where people will just sit in a game instance and do sweet FA and they will still get rewarded to a certain degree. And I think that sort of stuff is absolute hogwash. I hate that. I'm here to play a game. I'm here to spend time with people who enjoy it too. And if they want to blast through a game just by sitting and doing absolutely nothing and benefiting from someone who's a higher level player, like myself, for example, I'm an LR4 in Warframe. I've been playing for a decade. I had someone jump into my chat and say, oh, mate, you must be cheating. Look at all the equipment you've got. And that really kind of was like an eye-opener for me. I thought, really? Like, you haven't been on my journey of the last decade in Warframe. You have no idea how long it's taken me to log in, grind for platinum, grind for all of the resources. I've gone through a lot of different changes with Warframe, and Warframe is an excellent example of this. It really frustrates me when people say you're cheating because you've got all of like this great stuff. You don't know my journey. You don't know how long I've spent. You don't know the knowledge that I've obtained from other people in the game. I get really impassioned by this because I don't know, I just like sharing it. I just find that sort of remark is very interesting when, you know, you can have a brand new player jump into a game, buy a ton of premium currency, and then outfit themselves to match someone who has been playing a game for like 10 years. That's crazy to me. But at the same token, if that's their choice and that's the way that they want to play a game, that's for them. I don't care. you play your way, I play mine. But I do find it really fascinating when people say, oh, yeah, you know, you're cheating or whatever. It's like, okay, cool. I don't have to verify my ability, but I do have to verify my knowledge. I definitely understand that. You know, if I can't back that up, that's on me. So, and my responsibility, I think, especially being in the streaming realm, of sharing information to the best of my ability and an honest way. They're the two major things that I hold myself accountable for. And if I'm not, my expectation of anyone coming in to watch my stream, pull me up on that. Does that make sense? Kevin, how you going? This is Soulframe. Made by the lovely people over at DE, creators of Warframe. This is the, I think, a sister title to Warframe as well. Ash and Dark Soul, hello, what's up? How are you going? I'm just going to catch up on chat, especially after my little soapbox again. Yeah, that's sick. Definitely my pub. I was always part of the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guilds because they didn't care who I was. Yeah, dude, Skin Dog, you will love Silent Rose. They're right up your alley. Prolonging the game would definitely be what they're trying to do. Yeah, I agree. It'll be to one and done. Yeah, you don't want to speed through stuff. It gets boring otherwise. They have a big 10-year placeholder game to try and fill a different niche of Warframe, so they'd for sure need to implement the same type of systems. Wouldn't surprise me if you get an endgame plus steel path. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. But I mean, for being so early as well, yeah, who knows? They're definitely building a foundation. Let's go with that. I really enjoy the fact that, yeah, there's a lot of elements in the game where they're really trying to flesh out like burnout problems or just like over farming or just spending too much time on certain things. I think you know, it's a growth factor as well. And I mean, they're human too. So, you know, I can only imagine how much feedback that's being funneled and channeled around Soulframe. You know, they're able to really flesh out a lot of problems a lot easier. Thank you very much for that follow as well, Ash and Dark Soul. That's dope. Thank you. Makes it feel like the whole more better when you get in, since it's harder to reward to get. Yeah, like, I mean, Hand of Mora, for example, it's probably, you know, a higher tier reward. I think it's a rank 4 from the Kith of Kings. You've got to have roughly 20,000 experience in totality to rank up to rank 4, but then you've got to get another 4,000 XP, points for that faction to be able to acquire it, and then you've got to build it. I can't quite remember the time frame of building the Hand of Mora, but yeah, even I was at a point where I was like, oh man, I don't want to have to sit here and spend another 4K when I've already spent 20K rep just getting here, and then I'm going to get 4,000 more, and then I'm going to wait for it to be built. But then I had to step back from that and think, you know what? If it's supposed to be like a relatively powerful pact, like the Ode Tempest, that is an extremely powerful like pact or Warframe, as an example. Just for most of you, if you're spending time in Warframe or Soulframe, I'll kind of fuse the analogies together, but try not to confuse it. With the, more so on my end, more than you guys. You guys are smarter than me. As far as the pacts go, like the Hand of Mora, the Ode Tempest, they're really strong. So yeah, I think time investment, resource farming, and then applying it to being able to build them. Yeah, you certainly want to find a balance between the time expenditure to farm and then build and reward the player. I agree with what you're saying on there, Skin Dog, as well. Yeah, my number one thing is just to be honest with your opinions. Yeah, I agree. It shouldn't be a bad thing to have a difference of them. Hey, difference is good, man. Like, you know, if we all agreed on everything, how boring would that be? Like, everyone's opinion is valid. You know, we've all got different ways of viewing things, and if I don't necessarily agree with someone, I'll say it. And, you know, my expectation around that is, like, if you don't necessarily agree with it, just say, hey, like, I don't agree with it, but at least give me a reason why, and I would do the same thing, you know? And if I'm at a lack of information or experience and knowledge, and you can teach me something, that's another reason why I like doing what I'm doing. Like, that's a really big purpose behind it, because we don't know everything. And no matter how much experience you've got in something, like, as an example, again, with Warframe, even though I've been playing for 10 years, it does not mean that I know everything. I know a lot, and I can share a lot of knowledge, and I enjoy it, but, you know, there's heaps of stuff changing all the time. So, ooh, we got a grin. Oh, it's 22 and 2. We got a magical number of 222. Let's make a wish. But yeah, I think, overall, you know, yeah, imagine how bland games would be if we all just had the same opinion. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You're not gonna have a good, healthy ecosystem in a game world if, like, every single person who comes into the game is like, I absolutely love it, it's perfect. Nothing's perfect. You know, nothing. Not even human, like, people being people. You know, no one's perfect. People say some things are perfect, but it's just all down to perception and, you know, I guess, like, what you kind of see value in as well. Like, I value the fact that I can play a game that has cracks in it. There's certain things that don't work properly, but it gives me scope to give that feedback to make it better within a community of gamers who enjoy the same title. And that's a huge benefit, I think. And it just makes the team over at DE, like, look at it and be like, hey, you know what? We can make this better. You know, like, there's a lot of competition out there, especially for gaming developers too. Like, holy shiza. It'd be a very competitive area to work in, but, you know, large risk equals large reward too. So it's pretty crazy. Jackstar, what's going on? Welcome, my friend. How you going? Good to see you. You changing user? Yeah, nice. You got 2 accounts on Twitch? Oh, okay. You better not be scam botting me. No, I'm kidding. I'm on Warframe, messing around with Mag. Hell yeah, she's amazing. I'm missing an augment for her 3. Which one do you need? I might actually have
food ready for me.
I might actually have the extra one there for you as well. 100%. It's the same both on both sides. Yeah, Skin Dog for sure. AFK Boomer. Hey, how's the game looking? It's good. It's really, really good. Are you playing Soulframe yourself, or are you looking for access to it, or how you going? Skin Dog, you love Jackda. Jack, follow Skin Dog. He's amazing. And yeah, Magnetized Discharge. I may have an extra one, but I can jump into Warframe probably at a later date. To give you guys an idea as well, though, I probably will end stream in 2 minutes. Unfortunate, it's been an absolute whirlwind this morning. So first, I'm just going to say thank you to all of you for the wicked conversation. This has been absolutely insane. But yeah, I've got some things to do IRL, unfortunately. But also, health and wellness check. I've got to get off the screen for a bit as well. But I will be back in this afternoon, probably in about 3 hours' time as well. Just going to catch up on a bit more chat. Warframe faction grind was like passive farm, but here you need to do mission tailored to factions, so to spend that XP to buy things when you need to rank it up is meh. Yeah, Abdul, it's a bit of a different way of doing it, but it kind of tailors back into, high risk, high reward. If you want more of a powerful item, you do have to work for it, and I can understand it from that point of view. I get it from the player perspective, but I also understand it more so from like the developer's perspective. I wouldn't want someone being able to just jump in and just grab something that's really top tier for basically nothing. I think it's a bit of a hard one to kind of balance that out, I think. I played Warframe for 10 years, but never put my all into it, so I'm only MR23. That's still pretty damn good, dude. Like 23, I think the highest MR that you've got to be to access pretty much everything in the game is like MR16. MR systems, yeah, you get some higher rewards as you go along. Even LR rank as well, but MR kind of matters to a certain degree, but it depends on, like, are you a completionist? Do you have to have every single thing in the game? I still don't have everything in Warframe, to be honest, but yeah, it's pretty It's pretty much up to what you want to do, you know. So I think you play it your way. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything, because I think, yeah, it's just play it your way. That's the easiest way that I can say it. Don't stress yourself out. Try not to, you know, throw yourself over time and spend like hours and hours and hours, but you know, maybe even just give yourself like a time block, like I do. Like I generally try to block myself around 2 hours for like streaming and just doing all of this sort of stuff. It's great, but then I've got to step away from it too. So but yeah, sometimes you do get into the thing of like, you know what, I really feel like jumping into this today. I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, you know. So it's a bit of a catch-22. I definitely understand that, but as far as like the higher rewards go, yeah, I definitely get it from development side and competition, spending some time in a game as well. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is probably end stream here. Thank you all again for showing up. This has been absolutely insane. It's been a really, really cool stream, and chatting with you all as well. If you feel like adding yourselves to the socials, like the Discord, YouTube, check them out at your own leisure. And I generally keep the schedule up on YouTube and Twitch. I will usually update that on a Monday, which is my day tomorrow. To note though, I will be doing a live stream for about half an hour for Soulframe. And yes, I do have a different account for it. I did sign up a baby account, basically. Its purpose is to basically do a live walkthrough of an Envoy's journey. So I've already put part 1 and part 2 up in the live feed on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check those out, go ham. If you see me live, I am live. I did have someone pop into the chat and say, are you even live? Is this like a video on demand? I don't do video on demand. If I'm live, I'm here. If I sound a little bit more different or less animated, it's because I'm probably doing a Envoy's journey guide, basically. And I do stipulate throughout the half hour, things will change over time, and I will be mentioning, you know, all the new moat systems coming in, the updates and etc. But it is more focused on how to utilize, say, like your weapons, your virtue stat spreads as well. And that account, I've actually chosen to do the female form for the walkthrough as well. And yeah, I've got basic starter equipment. I've got absolutely nothing on the journeys account, basically, and it's purely just for that. So I was very lucky, and one of my my Smoothie followers, I guess you could say, they're very lovely, and they said, look, why don't you try doing this? And I thought, you know what, that's a really good idea, because it's hard for me to go back and do like a bit of a guide tutorial kind of thing when I've got all of this, you know. So this is my main, and it's purely just for doing more of the streaming stuff and just showcasing and sharing all the knowledge that I've got and learning from you guys too, to yeah, just showcase, you know, the armor stat spreads that Abdul was asking for before. And Skin Dog, you were asking a little bit more about like the packs, you know, how do they work kind of deal. So this is the perfect opportunity account basically to go through and showcase all of that, but also the updates that come through when Soulframe gets updates and hotfixes and stuff too. So I will be adding a little bit more of the hotfix like videos as well. So I'll probably do those live as well. So I generally keep them towards the Monday. At the moment, I may shift that to a weekend possibly, but I try to keep my weekends mostly just to like the afternoon stream stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the schedule updates. Twitch and YouTube, I generally update them like Monday morning, and then I'll go in and do the live. So if you want to jump in, say hi, definitely do. I'll have all the notification stuff turned off, just so I can run through and do the half hour, and then I'll probably finish that up, and then I may do like just like an impromptu stream like this straight after. So I'll probably update that on the Twitch as well for this week, for upcoming Monday. So, but for now, I think I will wrap up stream. Thank you very much again, all of you, for all the follows, the shares, likes, and all that sort of stuff. It's been absolutely phenomenal spending time with all of you. So, Skin Dog, it's been absolute legend to having a chat with you. Jump in and follow Skin Dog, man. He's honestly, he's one of the best people on the planet. And Jackster, I'll probably catch up with you a little bit later in the afternoon as well. We can probably rock out and do a bit of Warframe. I might actually do a stream because people have been asking if I do stream Warframe. So I'm happy to shift over to that as well if you guys are happy to see that too. And yeah, I'll probably do that this afternoon anyway. So, but yeah, it was awesome. Hell yeah. Represent the Aussies, eh? It's so good. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I'll go get some food because I'm hungry. Take care of yourselves. Rest well. Be well. And I will probably see you guys later this afternoon as well. But for now, I will say ciao.